All right, Jesse on Fire, welcome back to the channel. So Israel Adesanya is accusing Alex Pereira of cheating before this thing even starts. Straight up, that is what he's doing. He's not being shy about it. He is accusing him of cheating. I'm going to show that to you right now, and I'm going to show you that in a second. Now, I am leaving. What time is it? 1 o'clock? We are driving out of this house at 2 p.m. to go to the airport. We're flying to Miami, or actually flying to Fort Lauderdale. We are staying at our friend's house tomorrow. We are going to the fights. If you are not following me on Instagram, go follow me on Instagram because I'm going to story I'm going to story a lot. I'm going to story a lot of stuff about this thing tomorrow because we are sitting, like I've been saying to everybody, we're sitting we're going with the Miami Dolphins coach and his wife, Mike McDaniel, our very close friends, and Dana got him our tickets. So wherever I have no idea what we're in for. I've been to a lot of shows. I literally have no idea what we're in for. So I promise you, I will story the balls out of it tomorrow on Instagram, and I will try to go live so I can share the experience with all of you guys because tomorrow, listen, dude, I'm just a fan of the sport like you guys. The only difference is I just started talking about it in my webcam, you know? Here, let me, so this experience is going to be just as, there's nothing normal about this for me at all, you know? There's nothing normal about this. This is this is literally to me, it's like winning a sweepstakes, what we're going to tomorrow. So I'm very excited. I'll share it with you guys. And the Miami celebrity section, I would imagine there'll be some people who are a pretty big deal there. And I'll just be like, hello, picture of them in the back. I won't actually do that. I don't ever do that stuff. But anyway, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. I love you guys very much. I owe all of this to you guys and I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and we'll go from there. Now, check it. Check it. So Israel Adesanya is saying that Alex Pereira is cheating. Also, he might be playing head games because there's another fighter who has definitely been playing head games with his opponent. That's Kevin Holland, and I'll tell you exactly what I mean because he's been playing some serious head games with his guy. Not, for real, and I'll tell you exactly what I mean in a second. He's pretending he wasn't going to make weight and all this stuff. But here's what Alex Pereira said. I'm sorry, what Israel Adesanya said. He said, fine then. I'll just use an IV to rehydrate. What's the legal loophole again? And I saw that and I was like, oh, all right. I didn't know what he was talking about. I was just kind of like, oh, all right. He's talking about using that to rehydrate. Then, boop. He goes, hey, USADA, why don't you monitor us? Monitor us from the moment we get off the scale till we hit the arena on Saturday. Have people take shifts. If they have to. No loopholes to jump here. And so what are we talking about? Right? Obviously, he's saying that Alex Pereira is going to cheat and use an IV to rehydrate. 100%. That is 100% what he's saying. And the idea that that's not a big deal, it's a pretty big deal, dude. In case you guys forgot about Volkanovski and Islam Makhachev, as a big deal, dude. A real big deal. And remind me again how that connects. Oh, right, because Alex Volkanovski is, whose team is he on? That's right, Izzy's. So it matters, right? We're talking about two guys from the same team. The implication being that Volkanovski, fought a guy who cheated and IV rehydrated, and now he's just directly saying it. He's like, yeah, this guy's going to cheat, dude. So why don't you put shifts on us? Make sure he doesn't IV rehydrate. Now, especially why is that relevant with Alex Pereira? Because the guy is absolutely massive. Huge, dude. He is a huge 185er. Now, I have been told I've never been really close to Israel Adesanya. Well, I guess I will be tomorrow, but I've never been close to him in person. I've been close to some other guys in person that are, we've talked about this a million times. Shocking how big they are. But I've been told by guys who have hung out with Israel Adesanya that he's huge. They're like, oh, okay, now I understand. He says he could go to heavyweight like he could, dude. He's enormous. Now, at 205, he did look a little bit undersized. But if you've seen these 205ers in real life, you're like, I don't understand. How could this guy not be a heavyweight? It doesn't make any sense. But Pereira makes Izzy look tiny. Izzy looks small compared to Pereira. I don't know. That's a whole other thing. How guys can get their body to do what it needs to do to be able to make a weight like that. I weigh 197 right now. I weighed myself this morning. I weigh 197. Do you have any idea how much bigger these guys are than me? It's insane. I would have to cut 27 pounds to make 170. That is just an absolutely outlandish amount of weight, dude. And to say that these guys that fight at 85 are bigger than me is the understatement of the century, So listen, like Izzy is saying that Alex is going to cheat. That is really important because I believe that that's probably true. You know, that's probably true. If there's no enforcement, it's just like, oh yeah, you know, there's a you can get this much through an IV. What? I mean, you get a nurse there and they stick. How is anybody going to know how much saline that you took in? You know what I mean? The other thing too, I like. I never mentioned this on the channel yet, but I like how Chael just straight up called that nurse that IV'd Islam Makhachev a rat. You know, he's like straight up. It's like it's her fault. He's like, why are you talking about anything that you did? Which is true. You know, that's true. That is true. Yeah, I never even thought about this until right this second. Which isn't that a HIPAA violation? I mean, I don't know if they have HIPAA in Australia, but like, dude, if you provide a medical service to someone, you're not. I don't think supposed to just go talk about it. You know. Pretty sure that that's supposed to be confidential. So that's actually a really excellent point. But nonetheless, does anyone else think that it's a low likelihood that Pereira is going to take an IV after weigh-ins? Because I don't think that's a low likelihood at all. I think it's a high probability that he's going to. And Izzy's calling him out straight up. Now, I think Izzy's probably playing head games. I don't think he's actually like worried about it. But I think it's, you know, interesting that he's calling it out in advance. Now, let's talk about Kevin Holland, though, because Kevin Holland has been on one this week, right? He starts a fight with George. He says that it's because of Colby Covington and the Masvidal jumping him. He said he didn't like that Masvidal sucker punched Leon, and he didn't like that he sucker punched Colby. So now he just doesn't like Masvidal, and then he broke his balls in the thing. So that's actually not what we're talking about. I want to talk about his interaction with Ponzibio because he apparently had been DMing Ponzibio asking to fight at 185. He's all, let's just do it at 85, dude. Like, let's just switch. Let's switch weight class, do it at 85. And I thought about that. I'm like, dude, do you think that he really was trying to do it at 85, or you think that like he's just throwing some other factor for the guy to think about it? Because I for sure think it's that. I don't think that he's actually trying to get it to 85. He made weight. Ponzibio actually made 171, and Holland made 170.5. But like, those are, I mean, that's very intentional psychological warfare, you know. Because making weight is not easy. That's a nightmare. And so a person throws that out there like, hey man, maybe let's just do it at 85. And you're like, man, I mean, maybe I would like to do it at 85. You know, I would like that. Now it's possible that Holland actually wants to do it at 85 and he's looking at how things went against Hamzat. He's all, well, if they'll switch for him, why would they not? If like me and this guy want to do it at 85, like why would they not do it at 85? It's possible that he's serious. But I think more likely he probably is just doing some psychological warfare. The other thing that I thought about is like, it's possible that Holland and Masvidal, these things will work, you know? Like if they're friends behind the scenes, because that's totally possible. They seem like guys that would definitely get along. If they're friends behind the scenes, I mean, why were there so many phones out, you know? Honestly, like why were there so many cell phone videos of them arguing? Like both of these two guys know how to sell a pay-per-view. And it's like, all right, so Ponzibio's not going to play. Burns is not going to play. Masvidal and Holland behind the scenes are like, hey, you want to get in a fake fight in Fighter Hotel? Because that's a no-brainer, you know? Because, like, an interaction like that where it's like, hey, you're going to go da-da-da. It's like, oh, yeah, you're going to do that. That shit happens fast, dude. Why would anyone have their cell phone out, you know? And then just be like, oh, ooh. I mean, I guess you did catch the tail end of it, but still, I don't know. Suspicious to me. I like it, but suspicious. Pretty suspicious to me. Pretty suspicious. Now, I just am about to drop a video about who my underdog locks for the night are tomorrow. And you guys should definitely 100% check that out because we got some big picks, dude. Matter of fact, I'm dropping it right now. Bam! I just dropped it, dog. I just dropped it. But yeah, so I got to go, though, because I got to go catch a flight. And I will see everybody in Miami. Anybody who's going to be in Miami, find me. I'm going to be up front. And I would love to take pictures of people and say what's up and meet you guys in person. I love everybody. Subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell.